So we have living room, library, dining room, and a kitchen.
Yeah.
What were we saying these other 2 rooms should be?
Bedroom and something else. Could be another bunch of bedrooms, depending how many people are living here.
I assume, like, it pretty much is just me living here, but then, like, there are people that are in and out.
So your bedroom and, like, a guest barracks?
You know, I specifically try to not be worried about things. Like, I actually make an effort to not be worried, because being worried all the time is kind of bad for your health. But lately, I've had a little bit of a problem with it. I've been kind of stressed and worried, and it's very hard for me to be creative and artistic when I'm stressed and worried, so I feel like my artistic flow has been a little bit screwy recently because of that. But even with that going on, Jacob and I have done pretty well with this space, I think. It matches the outside just enough to look like it belongs, and the aesthetic inside is still really, really nice. I actually don't think I've talked about this in this series before, so let me lay this out as clear as I can in the time that I have here. When you have a house in real life, generally the look of the house and the colors are different on the inside than the outside. Like my room is blue right now and the outside of the house is gray. Part of our kitchen is green. But that's not quite how it works in Minecraft. In Minecraft, the colors on the inside of the build and the outside of the build plus the textures kind of need to work together, or the whole thing's just gonna kind of look weird. These rules can be bent a little bit if you're doing a very modern build, but if you build the way I build, where it's medieval or like medieval sci-fi or something, that's probably not going to work for you very well. So what I'm working on here is what's supposed to be my bedroom in the build. And obviously, like I've been saying, it needs to fit the aesthetic of the rest of the build, but it also needs to kind of look lived in. Like, not everything matches. I prefer that style. Like, some people want their bedroom to be everything matches, everything's super fancy, but I hate that. I want my bedroom to look like a time-traveling wizard lives there and he keeps bringing back crap from all of his exploits and just throwing it into the room. That's what I want it to look like.
Got 2 out of the 4 rooms done. I think the storage room doesn't need a whole lot of stuff either.
No, I think we're getting it pretty good now.
Alright, I'm gonna take a look at that farm while you're doing that, because I don't think I have anything else to do in the living quarters.
So I wanted to go, like, instead of having the garden down the center, I wanted it out to each side and have a path down the middle so you can walk the whole thing and have it tiered.
Okay.
And tiered a little sooner, because it actually took me a long time to start doing that, and I think I did it... No, I don't know why I did it. Never mind, I have no clue. Who knows why I did it like that? But now it's gone, so who cares? So the room is even as it stands. And maybe we go like 4 more blocks out to each side. Or 3, something like that. Communicating with your build mates and making sure measurements like that are going to work are very important early in, because it sucks to get really far into a build and then find out that you need to widen it by like 5 blocks to each side. It feels so dumb later. So make sure that you communicate out the plan to your fellow builders before you get too far in. And if you're building underground like this and you are also in creative, it's not like a survival strictly world, I would go into third person and make sure you're not going to hit another part of your build, because I don't know how many times I've accidentally done that. Well, it was pretty easy to get worked out where the water needed to be and where the dirt needed to be and the path needed to be and all that. So the build continues. I think you guys are really going to enjoy how this garden turns out, because it looks pretty wicked when it's all done. Definitely one of the nicest gardens I've ever made. I feel like the build we ended up with here is like the unrealized vision of what I was trying to do in the first place. It's really satisfying to finish a project that you started like a really long time ago or even totally forgot about. Like, I didn't really remember doing this garden, but it's kind of obvious what I was trying to do, and now we get to finish it. And it's so satisfying, dude. It's like the ultimate form of delayed gratification. I actually had something like that happen to me this last week, too. So I was at the Pennsylvania Bow Hunters Festival, and I was up on the trails with some friends, right? So there are like targets set up on some trails. and you go up there with your bow, and you shoot these targets that are along these trails like you're actually hunting, right? And I'm up on these trails, and my friend lets me borrow his bow to shoot because I didn't have my bow with me because I was filming. And while I was there, even though I haven't practiced, like, well in years, right? My form is messed up, my draw point is totally screwed up. I made this shot that I had been trying for years to make and always missed for some reason. First try. Direct dead center of the target, and it just felt so satisfying, dude. I was just so happy about it. I had to play it off, though, because I was messing with all my friends anyways. You'll have to see in the video. Like, you just stick around and watch it when it comes out. It's probably pretty funny. I was watching over our footage from the other day, and there's a good couple of times where I'm standing there and I just zone because I'm thinking, and I'm just like, sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me, and then I just stop singing. And my brain finally catches up. Not the worst thing, because I don't hate Green Day's music. What really bugs me is when, like, Halo or some song that I really hate is stuck in my head. I hate Riptide. Like, when I hear it come on, I just get, like, angry. Like, I just develop a rage. I love these times during recordings where I take a little break or I eat a snack or something and watch Jacob build. Because I like to get this still shot of him building like ceilings or walls or something. It's like the live version of watching an old Green video where he actually did the builds, like he'd build like a whole cabin for a video and show you how to do it. I actually did a few videos like that back in the day. I did some ones that were just speed builds, and then I also did some ones that were like actually showing you how to build stuff. Like I did one that was like putting one of those shipwrecks, one of the ones that spawns automatically, inside of a bottle. I actually did a speed build of it first before I did the how-to video. I did the how-to video by request. Someone asked in the comments and I just decided to do it. Sometimes, every now and then in the quiet moments, I realize how much I sing just random crap under my breath. It's so strange, and I don't know why it happens, but it seems to be genetic, because my dad does it, and from my understanding, my grandfather used to do it. Sometimes my dad and I, we get the same song playing on the jukebox in our heads, so we'll sing the same thing, or I'll do like the guitar bit for it, or like some instrumental part. So we'll just be walking around in the house, and he'll be like, the final countdown, and I'll be like, it's stupid, but it's really funny. Anyways, speaking of something that's actually in Minecraft, the one thing I hate about building these gardens is doing the lighting. That really sucks. The garden internals are pretty much done though, so that's nice. And we're starting to move to the outside. I mostly don't like that those houses and everything are over there, and Jacob and I just kind of decided to just wipe them out because they looked stupid pinned on the side of the main wall. It just took away from the whole build. So the easiest way to get rid of wooden houses is just burn them down instead of breaking every single block. And now the song Fire in the Hole by Van Halen is playing in my head, so I'm sure I won't hear the end of that till tomorrow. We've pretty much wrapped up what we're going to get done here today, though, so please like and subscribe. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I will catch you next one. Thanks, guys. Goodbye. I forget what that knockback thing on that specific thing is called, but whack. He just turned to a farmer, too. He was like, oh, I have a trade now. Boom.
Dead.
Bong. What's going on with this guy?
He's just gonna be there.
Oh, okay.
Forever taking water into his lungs and unable to breathe.
That's messed up.
What is the town of Glenorran in Victoria? Who is like this guy with the mask?
Oh, so he was telling me about this the other night. Basically, that guy, he would fight the law, pretty much. Like, I mean, he just went all nuts and started, like, fighting the law. And this was back in, like, you know, went, like, in the, kind of 1918 era, or a little bit before. like when
Yeah.
Australia was just becoming a country.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought the law. He built himself basically knight armor almost out of like big pieces of steel, and they'd shoot at him and it would just bounce off. And he killed like a ton of lawmen.